time for cleanup. Man, this is flying by. And while we're right here, I personally feel a game, especially in this modern age, if you're doing challenge by limiting my saving or my continues or, well, basically limiting, you know, anything that would help, I would say all games need to autosave, but I'll let not having an autosave go if a game functions. Where if an autosave led to a game-breaking glitch, then...
But in that case, you do the autosave in the sense of it checkpoints you in the room, but you have to manual save to keep the progress.
So, I'm a huge stickler now for the fact that I feel a game... Oh, I overshot. Crap. But I'm making my point, so I can keep talking. I feel we really do need checkpoints and continues and no more lives. I was replaying Beautiful Joe a few weeks ago, and I had finally beat it on Adult, which took forever. And then I unlocked Sylvia, so I decided to see how far I could get with Sylvia on V-rated. So, because of that, I basically have a file on V-rated. I'm stuck at the Magnificent 5 again. And that's a good way to segue into what I was talking about, where I feel if Beautiful Joe had better checkpointing and like no lives. No, can't. I'm canceling. I was. Oh.
You have to talk to him before you can get it, I believe.
But that would start our mission. That would start the mission.
Why don't you have to go get into your vehicle? That would be the time where you have to get the gag, I believe. Unless you can get it from behind.
Actually, I have an idea.
You're inside, you can't kick people.
Oh, come on. I need this gag, but Apu is right.
But remember, the mission doesn't start until you get into your vehicle. I think that's the area where you would have to get it.
Oh, this sucks. Because that's just that and this. So. Because he's in the way. And it's more important about... I think the squishy machine is a gag. I honestly can't remember.
He's still a gag and everything else in here still is.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. Wish I could kick him away. Because I need... Okay, I'm gonna start the mission.
Like I said, get into your vehicle.
Okay.
See, like I said, it's that simple.
Yeah. Cancel mission. Okay. We'll be back for... Now I'm stuck.
Can't you jump?
No.
Oh.
Can't run either. Okay. I was making...
No, you can go back to your point. That was an unneeded time waster.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to get back to my point until I cut to collectibles. Because I don't want to leave in just driving around even if I'm making a point. So, cutting. Okay, guys, we're back. I was talking about Beautiful Joe as a good example of what it does to be hard and just arbitrarily challenging. You have no real checkpoints. Yeah, all these guys do the same. Except now that's gone. So. you have no real checkpoints in the beautiful well, you do, kind of. You see, every time except one or two instances, when you get a rank in the middle of a level, you get basically... I'm going to the back of the school, so... Every time you get a rank, if you die, you'd reload there if you had a life. So that sounds all fine and good, except the problem is, especially on like V-rated and Ultra V-rated. Ah, great. I'm basically, in the Beautiful Joe, I'm like 1 or 2 hits. And that to me is really...
To be fair, part of that is because you are playing Sylvia on V-rated.
Apparently Sylvia takes double damage, which seems to be true, but even so, that would make Joe like 4 hits. But the point I'm getting at here, the game's scaling of what it does for difficulty is just... You take more damage and things have beefier health, but because your damage has no way to logically increase, you're left where, like, the Magnificent Five, all of them are just HP sponges. And the reason I'm using this as a good thing for fair and balanced checkpoints and saving, if I could continue on every member of the Magnificent Five, I would have a rather easy time just getting, basically, I would have a rather easy time because then trial and error, could be less strenuous. The next few collectibles I need are right around here, so I can...
And, because I'm expecting...
Right.
And because I'm expecting someone to technically bring it up. Yes, if you have lives, it does checkpoint you on each member of the Magnificent Five, but that's only if you have lives. When you run out of lives, it's back to Charles III.
And the game is a perfect example of... It's so hard, especially for action-style games. It's so hard to learn them because if you're dying at the end of a level and you can't get a checkpoint.
And that's one of the many reasons I absolutely love the game The Wonderful 101, which is an underrated Wii U game a lot more people need to play because
this obnoxious collectible, we're right here.
Because Wonderful 101, it has... If you die...
First fucking try, baby!
Anyway,
Make a point.
The point was the... Oh, I remember that episode. Anyway, my point was the Wonderful 101. It has when you die, except for some very specific sections, but I can literally only think of 2 levels that do this. When you die in that game, you start back on the part that killed you, and the enemies or boss have the health they had when you died. This actually allowed me
we're right here.
This actually allowed me to play through the game on hard mode and 101% hard, which is that game's equivalent to V-rated because they had the same director, Hideki Kamiya. I think that's how you say it.
Or Kamiya, but...
I've heard people say both, but... The point is, I was able to get through the difficulties, the higher difficulties, and get the in-game, basically achievements for completing the higher difficulties because I wasn't forced to play through the entire level when I died. Even though after playing the highest difficulty, I will actually say hard mode is not that hard.
Let's see what this does.
Game's difficulty, I feel, and I know I would get a lot of shit for this, but this is just how I feel. Game's difficulty should not be so solely driven on this, well, it's on hard mode, so let's limit your saving, your continues, and you take so much damage that you're a laughable, like, hit or 2.
And that's another thing the Wonderful 101 does. You do not have lives. Just dying a bunch kills your ring, but that's all it kills.
Which is a good compromise. Oh, come on. Which is a good compromise to me because... Oh, damn it. I feel Beautiful Joe is a good example of, like, I would be more willing to try harder difficulties if they had better checkpointing and saving and no lives. Especially an action game like Beautiful Joe, where you could learn the game and get better because constant death isn't punished with this arbitrary and arduous, well, you died, so because you died, you need to be sent back to the beginning and, like...
That's the reason I don't like Devil May Cry.
To use the Magnificent Five. You die if you have a life. Oh, you could continue on the character, on the boss that killed you, but every other death, it's back to Charles III, unless you can get to Fire Leo. And I believe this is the level with the infamously terrible wasp. But wait, I think it spawned it.
Oh look, there he is.
Okay, so I'll be getting that in a sec. I feel, if you want to know games that I consider fair and just, it's something like Rayman Legends. Okay. No. No. Yes! I'm still going to the top, just in case, but I believe that's the infamously terrible wasp that spawns in at a weird angle. Then I can jump down and... Outside the power plant's probably some stuff, so I'm not going to do a lot of cutting, because by happenstance... Yeah! That was the infamously terrible...
Yeah,
Cool. Cool.
And...
Don't remember there being anything important up here.
And also because And also because I expect this argument to probably come up at some point. I'm not terrible at the Wonderful 101. I have mostly platinum and gold across normal, and for hard mode, I beat a secret mission in the epilogue, which the 5 people that know that game know that secret mission is you have to fight a certain boss in the game, but you are only one hit. It took me hours to do, but I was able to do it, and that's also a time where I feel the game's checkpointing is kind of restricted to make it arbitrarily harder, because those secret missions, those types of secret missions, because the levels have standard secret missions, and then this one thing you have to find, those you have to play in one go with no checkpoints, but at least a majority of them are short. And I have completed most of them because I have been going out of my way for the secret characters in that game.
Oh, come on. Actually, I could probably... Okay, now it's coming down. Oh, I got him. Okay. Should be some collectibles. I feel in this modern age, games for the sake of convenience, and this is why I praise Rayman, for all the reasons I do, and since we're right over here, I don't need to cut again. Normally I would, like I was saying, cut around the stuff, but a bunch of stuff just happened to be
near each other. While we're in the trailer park, you can
I can show off the bonus car. It's hidden behind the trailer.
On this level, it's technically not a car.
What?
I said semantically, because of what it is in this level, it's technically not a car.
I think there's another wasp in here. Let me find the bonus card. I remember it being behind it. I remember it being like right over here. Where the fuck? Or did I get the sides mixed up?
You probably have the sides mixed up.
Yeah, I did. And there's that collector's bonus card.
As you can see, it's an ATV.
It's alright, I guess, but...
Like I said, technically not a car.
Okay.
I hear a security wasp.
It's up, it's gonna be out. Because there's a car. Oh, no, there's a card. See? It was right here. That's how this... Okay. And then the next thing, again, is just a few feet away from here, so I'm not really gonna do cutting. Like... I cut when it's kind of long, but this just... Everything's been lining up for me. Okay. So... I'm gonna get my car. When we're driving over to that bridge, they, like I was saying, they repeat some stuff. So... Okay. In this modern age... Like, the reason I praise Rayman and Guacamelee, because death isn't this big, super punishing and really damning consequence. Death is just a mild inconvenience. Guacamelee and, like, the Rayman are not pushover games, but they don't need to actively punish you and berate you for death.
And because of things that, because we're doing Guacamelee, I'm not going to spoil, but things later in Guacamelee I feel throw out that good difficulty, and that's why I don't like them.
Damn it. Made it over here. That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for. So... Now I'm gonna cut out a little bit, cut to the next gag or card or whatever. Okay guys, we're back. I don't remember if this counts.
Not now, I'm busy genuflecting.
Even if it doesn't, have you gotten the gag in his backyard?
I'm getting the gags and cards over here. That's when I stopped. I just remember that doorbell. See, there's a card and then there's a bunch of gags. You just gotta get in the tree house, which is like that. Oh, come on. Ah, that's a little awkward. Level cards complete. Grill. That gag. That gag. And I seem to remember there's a gag in here, and usually the Simpsons TV counts. This is, like, I can get the gags quicker in the repeat levels. I remember there being a gag in here.
You're thinking of the final level? Oh. Wait, it moved?
See? No, I'm not. You might think I was, but no.
And then you have the gag in.
Back here. That thing.
And a security wasp.
Oh, and look at how much money I've got back. I had 5 for... that one part. This should be enough to break even on the cars. Okay. I would do cutting around, but I'm going to check the Simpsons TV, and then I'm going to go down the road, check another thing. Okay. Yes! Level progress. 16. Gags 15. Don't have any of the street races or any of the vehicles. So, just a little bit more. So, working out good. Now I just have to remember where the few miscellaneous. Because you can always get in this backyard. That's why I'm double checking.
Ooh, feels good to stretch my gains.
Ah! Glad I checked. Oh, there's another one too. Got it. Yes. Now for the call the boxes. Okay. I am doing amazing cleanup wise. So I'm just gonna cut to the next thing. And we're back. If I remember right, I always forget about this yard and yeah, these two. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the money and dodge. Yes! Awesome! I constantly forgot about this yard. So, now I'm gonna cut to the vehicles,
I swear I used to be a better...
do the races, the bonus mission. While I'm here, I can show something. If you have hit and run and you get inside, it goes down quicker. And if you remember, if you change vehicles, your hit and run gets away instantly. So, anyway,
Sir, can you give me a lift?
I'm gonna
Cautiously,
Yeah.
wildly accelerated.
cutting to the vehicles. And we're back. So, Willie's tractor is available to buy. You have to get it at the school.
To sell my beloved tractor. My father's been thrown in the clink for football hooliganism, and I've no money for his bail.
Well, I certainly could use a tractor around the house for hauling away Homer's empties.
So,
Ooh, 400. That's kind of pricey for a kind of bad vehicle.
now, the tractor is the vehicle we have. So,
Sexy mommy needs a ride.
I'm cutting to that other,
I
shop.
hope this car doesn't stink too bad.
To Old Gil. And we're back.
You just gotta help old Gil out.
Oh yeah, these two. And I'll have just enough.
The wolf is at old Gil's door.
I'm gonna check the
Wait,
stats of
that would be 3 cars.
Curator,
Oh, that's actually pretty decent.
bonus mission, races.
Ah,
Well, we're doing good. Curator's good. I remember Krusty's limo being okay. For the toughness, it's got kind of bad handling, but it's almost 5 in toughness, but the acceleration's good for that speed. Wow.
what's the Canyon Arrows? Yeah, speed was. I thought it had high toughness.
Well, this is...
This has a lower toughness but higher handling than the Canyon Arrow.
and better acceleration.
I could really use a lift.
We're gonna do some races, so this would be a good car.